it go? Welcome to a brand new video. This time we will be reacting to a gameplay demo of Resident Evil 2 Remake. Yeah, it was announced at E3, or it was finally shown up. It was announced like what, back in 2015? We were like what, 3 years to get anything on this game? It's finally here. We're getting it at E3. Yay! So yeah, we're getting it. It's coming out later this year, at the beginning of the year in January. Look forward to the gameplay that we saw at the show. And so it's press conference, which they won E3 by a landslide by showing not just 7 games. Yeah, from what they showed, looks great. Can't wait to see, it actually in motion. Hopefully, it's like RE4, and hopefully it's like maybe like Resident Evil 6 or Revelation, where you can actually move, aim, and shoot. If there's one thing I don't like about Resident Evil, like in like the original Resident games, it was fixed camera angles, and you had to pretty just guesswork where you were shooting at. In Resident Evil 4, you're like, and Resident Evil 5 is like, oh, I can't move and shoot because reasons. So now I gotta aim while zombies are slow, while zombies are coming after me, and aim like, let me move and shoot! Like, why was this so hard for Capcom to get in their brains? Oh yeah, we should let you move and shoot and aim. When did Capcom have that epiphany? Like when it was we didn't get that until like what, RE6? Or it was like RE6 and Revelations when we finally got where we finally had the long way ability to move and shoot. Oh my god. But yeah, hopefully it's like that. I feel like if I ever played the original Resident games, they were like virtually unplayable. Because those fixed cameras are having to guess your way where you're shooting. But yeah, and also that. One other thing before we begin. A new visual preview for Tokyo Ghoul Re Season 2. This shot I saw Platinum tweeted about on Twitter. I'll say. Ooh, it looks good. And it looks like we're actually going to get through all of Re. Like, we're going to do everything. Like, the second half of Re is going to be in that season. Don't know how it's going to work. I feel like Season 1 was fucking amazing. I loved it. We got one more episode. Hopefully, we we see Kaneki's new personality. Hopefully, we also see Unravel play. Because I feel like that's a perfect one to play it again. But yeah, and that's when you get in my territory when I start reading some chapters. Because I did last time I read some chapters of Re. And I know little bits and pieces of this part. So I'll be actually able to go, oh yeah, they cut this part out, this part was cut out, this part was cut out. I probably won't remember much other than the Token. I was like the main reason I was reading Re at that time was just see little moments of Token, and then when the new Kaku judges level Token, I was like, okay, I'm done reading these because I want to watch this in the anime. I don't know how they're gonna do chapter 125 though, when Token became canon. Because let's just say Kaneki got inside the rabbit hole. I'm not going to go any more detail because I don't want to spoil anybody. I don't know how they're going to go that well, but I don't know if they're not even going to just do that yet. They might just skip it. I wouldn't play if they skip because of censorship. But I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. And like I said, guys, in this part, from what I read, the gloves are off of the sheet. The gloves are off. You feel like you thought Season 1 had some ball kickers? No. Looks like this part's going to have some real ball kickers. You feel like you're being punched by Thanos. I'm dead serious. Because, I found out before. God damn, Machida. No chill. Alright, let's go. And Master
We watched PlayStation Showcase last night.
Hey, it's the rat!
This little friend here. It was from the Resident Evil 2 trailer, which they believe...
Yeah, at first, what is this, an anime trailer? Is anime getting a game?
Right here and right now to give us a live gameplay demo. Let's check it out. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much, man. Thanks for having us.
Please let us move and shoot.
Last night at the showcase.
I feel like I would enjoy RE4 just because, it's behind the back. I could play it, but it's like, why can't I move and shoot? Why was it so hard for Capcom to have that epiphany? Do they not know other shooters exist that let you move and shoot? Like, yeah, it's a horror game, but come on, even more. Even like, didn't Condemnor come out by RE4? I mean, that game you look who can move and shoot.
It's also a favorite part of the series. It's the only game that ever got me to skip school. Don't do that, kids. Because I wanted to buy it on day one. So I actually left school and went to the local retailer to pick it up. But I can't advise
skip school,
I say we get right to gameplay because I know this is a big deal.
And someone just have the priorities right.
Check it out. All right.
I'm not never skip school again.
Producer, go check it here. Hi, everyone. With us today. Thank you for coming. Let's jump right in.
Yeah, let's see what we got.
All right. Firing up Resident Evil 2 here. Got quite a crowd here.
Alright, definitely it's already like
So you can
RE4.
see, again, so
Behind the shoulder,
Resident Evil 2 is
Christ.
very near and dear to tons of people's hearts.
Now,
And
please tell
just
me I
this
can
first
move and
shot
shoot.
of the Raccoon City Police Department, like the huge
I think
open
it's actually
foyer,
using the RE7 engine
like
for this
tons
game.
of
It's not
nostalgia just
they're
like
actually
hits
using
you.
the
It's
RE7.
pretty crazy. Like, not everything is exactly like where you remember it, but that's kind of intentional because this game isn't just a remake. It's a whole new game that we're building off of the foundation that the original game had built.
Hopefully
so
they add some
there's
extra
gonna be a lot
little
of
bits and
familiar
pieces
stuff, but
of
there's gonna be a
Resident
lot
Evil
of new stuff
1.5,
as
you know,
well.
the original,
That's how you got it.
original
Yeah,
version of
it's
RE2 in there, like little bits and pieces, like they throw in,
Yep.
throw
This game alone, 20 years.
story
Wow.
and other shit. Hopefully that's in the game because I would
I
actually
feel
really,
old.
because I've seen some parts of
That makes me feel
RE
old.
1.5. It looks really cool. So I'd like to see little bits and pieces here. That's just me.
So did you actually go back and rewatch the original and then like frame by frame decide what you wanted to keep in and what you wanted to update?
Definitely, yeah. Some of them were like are pretty faithful to the originals, but something like this back in the day on PlayStation, but it was the graphic power is not quite the level of PS4 or PS4 Pro just yet. A lot of the movements, characters jumping around, fully voiced stuff. It's a little bit more crude, but definitely classic. But some stuff is new, but some of the originals are there as well.
So a big change here is the fact that we're really playing the game. We're Leon Kennedy. And when I think of Leon Kennedy, I think of Resident Evil 2, but I also think of Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
And you guys have opted for more of a Resident Evil 4 approach to the controls. Yep. Tell me a little bit about that.
Definitely. So the over-the-shoulder thing, we know it's the original game with the fixed camera in the corner. That's very, again, near to people's hearts. But with the over-the-shoulder camera, we're building a new game. This isn't a remake of the original. It is a full new game that we really want to push. And the idea of having over-the-shoulder, the pinpoint accuracy of really trying to take down zombies, it felt better for this experience, so that's where we went.
And it doesn't feel
But the big difference is the less shooter elements compared to the Resident Evil 4. This is more, like Metroidvania style, survival horror, classic gameplay. So we actually try to keep the original, gameplay feel from the original. So that's kind of what we were trying to do in this new Resident Evil 2 as
The
well.
lighting feels very similar.
Oh, praise be! You can move and
Definitely one of the
shoot!
things, like, so to make it like, people always see the over-the-shoulder first person, think of just like, they're going to be running off the walls and doing backflips and things like that. It is definitely not like that at all. The zombies in this game are tough, and not just like, if you see one or two or three, like, I got to look out. If you see one in a hallway and you can't get by him, like, you fear for your life type thing, because you're probably going to die. So you really got to be careful with your ammo.
And to confirm, these are zombies a la Resident Evil 2, not Lost Plots.
So these are your T-virus zombies.
Right.
Just had to settle that.
Ooh!
So Leon here is trying to save one of the fellow RPD officers.
Come on, Leon, do you even lift? Oh, hi!
Oh, that didn't go very well.
Now, we
You
know-
might as well just finish him off.
Well, characters that we've seen in other games. We saw that in the showcase asset just last night. But tell me a little bit about the approach to that.
Definitely. So we've got, of course, like, not only do we have Leon has his own campaign, we also wanted to bring back Claire Redfield. So she's not playable in this demo, but she, as well, is going to get her full playable campaign, too.
Awesome.
So, the rest of the characters are kind of, we haven't really confirmed too much yet, so I advise you to go back and watch the trailer. You can try to kind of make some good guesses, I think, based on those, but we'll leave it to your imagination.
Awesome. This is cool here. This is super tense.
So
Oh,
we're
shit,
going
you're
here.
gonna-
So every time a zombie bites you, you really feel like you get that over-the-shoulder perspective. Really helps because you get to see the zombies. You really feel them kind of like bite to your neck, just like that.
Yeah.
It kind of disorients you too when you get that. So you're spun around. It creates sort of a real sense of like, oh crap, what's going on? A zombie's actually attacking me.
This is already in the end. I've seen on Resident Evil 7, right?
It is. This is actually the RE engine. So the same game that powered RE7 is actually going to be running this game too as well. H, are you okay? You gonna do this?
Yeah.
He's limping, that's
It's
all.
up there. Terrible. So again, like they are no joke. Like you get bit once or twice, and it's almost done. So
Oh, really? Okay.
Look at this, like restroom. We added the restroom.
yeah. So that was one thing that was really in the PS1 game. It was one of those limitations back in the day, but there were actually no restrooms in the original PlayStation.
That's a good point, actually.
Right.
With this demo, we wanted to make sure that we had a fully functioning bathroom. We put a little treat inside there for you, a first aid spray.
That's a backup box.
Yeah.
Right.
If I've ever heard of one.
I noticed I just picked up some first aid spray before. A lot of what I love about survival horror games is the limited supplies, and you really have to like think things through. Is that an element that you guys are working with?
Yeah, those are sort of like the emergency last minute things. But again, like it is really survival horror to its fullest. Like you're gonna need to conserve those. As you can see in his inventory there, he only had a handful of bullets. So if you run out of bullets, there's no like.
Dude, aim for the head!
You know, if you find a la RE7 some gunpowder and some other resources, you can make more.
Hey,
but
does this dude not know
you're
headshots?
you're
Come on,
pretty much
just
there,
aim for the head.
So really wanted to drive home the survival aspect of this game.
Is there a knife? Is that included?
There is. So a little bit later, if we get far enough, we will show you the knife. It functions the way similar to when we did the original Resident Evil 1 remake. So instead of just being something that you use, you can slash it. You keep guys
Bro,
at bay,
stop
but
wasting
you're
ammo!
ironclad. And
Aim
that's
for
best
the
idea.
head!
If you do get grappled, you get the chance to use it as sort of an emergency weapon to get rid of that zombie and get him off you. But if it's still, it does have a little bit of durability as well. So if it's still durable enough, you can actually pick the knife off the zombies that you just killed, get a little bit more out of it too. So
Interesting. What other sort of mechanical tweaks and changes are you guys implementing here that longtime fans might notice?
definitely, Kanasan, you want to take this one?
Well, yeah, so the gameplay mechanics. So since we actually feature now, over the shoulder camera view. So the we actually trying to put like more kind of like intense combat, feel against the zombies. So and also the way like Leon is actually shooting is kind of more like natural. Feel more close to the like Resident Evil 7 kind of combat style. Yeah.
There is some stuff a little bit later in the demo too, where it wasn't present in the original game, where it's a little bit, it kind of, again, pushing that survival aspect of the game. You can find like wooden boards to board up windows, to choose whether you want to board up that one, if that zombie is a really big problem for you. Otherwise, you can save it later in case something else comes up, but it really is about that choice of how do you want to play
That
it.
is cool. That's something I've always wanted to see in more like zombie games.
Right.
Fortify.
Hey Joe, you want to play the zombie game?
Because that's like the first thing you're going to do, right? If you were in a real zombie.
Order everything up.
And you're
Obviously, Sid and I are big Resident Evil fans, but for those out there that maybe haven't, approached the franchise before or something, you feel like this is a good title to start with?
Definitely. I mean, this is almost Resident Evil 2 is obviously the second game in the franchise, but really is sort of the genesis of where a lot of the groundswell around the brand came up. So again, if you haven't played this title before, the story is about Raccoon City is a Midwestern town. A mysterious outbreak hits. Zombies are everywhere. It's Leon, the guy with the RPG vest on here. It's his first day on the job as a cop, and he's basically coming to work and what happened? The zombies
Yeah, zombie outbreak on your first day on the job.
Basically going through hell.
Good luck, rookie!
Claire Redfield, who is the other character in the game, she's a college student. She's looking for her brother Chris, who works in special forces, and they basically fates intersect, and you'll be able to sort of see each other's perspectives throughout the game. So
So now he's got the combat knife
yes.
from.
So here we have our knife
Yeah.
that we get from Mark.
Love it. Yes.
There you go, kind of like the classic slash. Using a knife always reminds me of back in the day. It's like you get a couple rounds inside the zombie, and then like just to make sure, get a couple slashes on the ground. Because half the time they'll come up and just like grab you as you walk by. So again, a lot of these rooms, especially this one too, it's like that door necessarily wasn't there in the first game or the original RE2, but this room is super iconic for a lot of reasons. But it's not quite the same as you might remember it too. If you turn this corner in the original game, you might have remembered something crawling by that window. It's not there anymore, but it takes a lot different forms later. So again, we want to keep people on their toes. They expected that there, but we're going to move it because we don't want you to know everything that's going on.
You can't have the dogs jumping out of the same window.
Yeah,
right.
RE's all about jump scares and getting people off their seats. So like, you know everything that's
Oh,
coming.
he's gonna jump out one of these
I
windows.
don't want you to spoil anything here, but I've played Resident Evil quite a few times. Is there the same general sort of arc to the experience, or
There is. So I'd say that the story on the whole. Here's a great shot of
Oh, wow.
the RE engine's progress board here. It's pretty nasty.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, so the story as a whole, like, in general, you'll see a lot of the same things be happening, but again, it's not exactly the same. So you'll see, characters that you might have just like talked with very briefly. You get a little bit more backstory into there. Places that you just walk by in downtown Raccoon City, you're getting a chance to go in there and play a little bit more. So,
and you had mentioned Claire will be a playable character. Will that sort of cross over? They had the ability to sort of interact with each other's storyline a little bit in the original game,
right? From time to time, so it's going to be slightly different because back in the day it was call it a zapping system. You could play A and B scenarios, but we wanted to have each character have their own separate campaign. They certainly will be crossing over, but it's going to be, updated, modified for this new version of the game too. So
awesome! It's looking great, guys. I'd love to sit here actually and do this for about another 15 or 20 minutes, but I think we actually got to get going.
Okay.
Which is a super bummer because it looks just awesome. This is one of my. Let's get this guy. Let's get him.
He just wants some snacks, Just leave him be. That's fine too. Leave him do his stuff.
So very reluctantly, I will have to bid you farewell. Thank you so much
We don't
for
have to
coming
wait very
by.
long to get our hands on it, though, right?
Yes, you're right. It comes out in January 25th.
Yeah, January.
Yes.
Season 4 only a couple short months away. We do have this game playable at our Capcom security.
Oh, actually, one thing I wanted to mention at the end is this rat is actually kind of the main concept of our announcement trailer. So it started from like rat view. So the one we showed at PlayStation Showcase is actually it's slightly different from the one uploaded on YouTube. So people actually if you guys haven't seen both versions, please enjoy it.
All right, thank you so much, guys, for coming by,
Okay.
showing off Resident Evil 2.
On
Coming to PS4
YouTube,
in
slightly
January.
different.
Coming up next, we have Trover States
So
of the Universe.
watch it.
That's the new PlayStation VR game from Justin Roiland and Squanch Games, and a look at Neo 2. Stay with us.
Alright, so overall, the game looks great. I can't wait to play it. It looks amazing. Behind the shoulder, move and shoot, limited ammo, and all that shit. All things in a good Resident Evil. Now, I have played a few Resi games myself. I played, like I said, I only mentioned it before, but I did play RE6. I actually got that on my PS4. Let's see if it's in here. Aha! Yeah, I got it right here. Got this game on PS4. I've beaten Leon and Chris's campaigns this game. I've played a little bit of who's the third guy? Jake? What's his name? Yeah, played a little bit of his. Didn't really because then I got other games that I played. Yeah, this is kind of my introduction to the Resi series. A lot of people say, oh yeah, this game is fucking shit because it's all action, no horror, I thought that was pretty good. In my opinion, I also played a little bit of Resident Evil Revelations on my PS3, I think it was. Yeah. So yeah, looking forward to what real Resident Evil is like. I did also play the demo of RE7, so I'm looking forward to see what real Resident Evil is like. Ooh. So yeah, looks great. Can't wait to play it. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new to me. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter if you like. Please don't trust with little. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.